3 p.m. on a Thursday afternoon. That can only mean one thing. It's time for more General Manager mode here on Smackdown vs. Raw 2007. And the first show is already standing by. This is, of course, our Judgment Day post-show. We've just had a great pay-per-view where we've seen a new tag team champions being crowned in Kane and Big Show. We have our first Cruiserweight champion in Chavo Guerrero. We saw Bobby Lashley retain his United States Championship against Rey Mysterio, and Randy Orton defeated Batista, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H to be crowned the new World Heavyweight Champion. And for now, we just have a whole bunch of great one-on-one matches ready to go, including another United States Championship match because, well, Bobby Lashley is on a roll. Undertaker really wanted a championship match. And Bobby Lashley is a hometowner, so he better give some good quality wrestling to his hometown crowd, of course. But before we get there, we're going to start off with Velocity, and we're going to start off with Joey Mercury taking on Gregory Helms. Both Gregory Helms and Joey Mercury haven't really had a whole lot going for them. Gregory Helms really wanted to become that first Cruiserweight champion, but it just wasn't in the cards as he lost a ladder match against Chavo Guerrero on Judgment Day. Joey Mercury, in the meantime, was unfortunately losing his pre-show match against Vito. Thanks, fellas. Mercury, significantly heavy guy, is definitely going to play a part in this match. So far, Mercury definitely in control over Gregory Helms. It's probably going to be quite difficult for Helms to bounce back. Now going for a submission, but of course too close to the ropes, meaning the rope break. Mercury, of course, not letting go, using the 4 of the 5 seconds before being disqualified. Helms now with the reversal. This could be the opening that Helms desperately needed, going for a submission himself. Mercury just out of range of the ropes, able to escape nonetheless. Definitely the break that Helms desperately needed in this match. However, a reversal from Mercury as well. Going for a sunset flip into the cover, however, arms just beneath the ropes, meaning a rope break. Very unfortunate for Joey Mercury. Double underhook DDT hits, going for the cover. 2.9 for Joey Mercury in this match. Helms just about able to kick out. This Joey Mercury is cocky. Unlike you, Cole, you just kind of smell like
you want to take a moment and think about what you just said there, partner?
Oh, you're right. You're regular right. Why am I not surprised? Oh boy, we've seen this one before.
We certainly have.
And Mercury now with a KO victory over Gregory Helms. Quite impressive after just a big fury of offense. Mercury victorious in the first of 3 Velocity matches here tonight. Helms seemingly desperate to go back to the drawing board and figure out his game plan, as I don't think he's going to be very eager to lose many matches in a row. However, his momentum isn't really going well for him. Now we have Super Crazy facing the Big Show. This David vs. Goliath feud, including Kane and Psychosis for the tag team titles, hasn't really gone how the Mexicals wanted it to go. And right now, Super Crazy with a chance to redeem himself against Big Show. I've seen these matches before, and again, Big Show just not being faced by striking offensive Super Crazy. However, Crazy using extra momentum, using the corner as well to strike Big Show down quite quickly, quite early on in this match.
You know, anytime you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed to get a hell of a show. And that this is never, ever going to work. Not in a million years.
Super Crazy trying to go for a back suplex. Definitely not going to work out very well against someone like the Big Show.
Hey, the ref's got a tough job. I mean, trying to keep these superstars on the up and up. That's
Trying to
hard.
lift Big Show onto the top rope. Also not really going a Super Crazy plan.
You're gonna get on your high horse again and give us another lecture about playing fair. I swear to God, I'm gonna throw up.
Is it so wrong to ask a superstar to play by the rules, Taz? That doesn't seem to be so unreasonable to me.
That's because you never competed in a match, Cole. If you did, you know that you gotta do whatever it takes to win. If that means bending the rules a bit, well then, that's just the way the cookies grow.
Wow.
Gregory, bro.
What a counter that was.
These superstars have been
Super
going
Crazy still quite
They sure have.
quite hesitant with his offense against the Big Show.
WWE superstars comes into play.
no doubt, Cole. There ain't no way you're gonna win a match if you're out of gas 2 minutes into it.
You can say that again. I've seen matches won and lost simply because one superstar was able to outlast their opponent.
Bit of a missed opportunity with Super Crazy here. Now just
These
staring at
superstars
Big
are
Show.
on top of their game, but only one of them is gonna have their hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said,
Big
this
Show
has been a
catching the lag of
great
Super
match
Crazy.
so far.
Well, what do you want, Cole?
Crazy
You
struggling
wanna
to
say that
break
everyone
through
wins
with a
so
good
nobody
offense.
gets their feelings hurt?
I never said that. I'm just saying that in a great match like this, everyone
Big Show
involved deserves
launched
credit.
into the ropes with his chest, knocking the wind out of him. That's one way to keep a giant down. Now going for a sunset flip right in the middle of the ring. Going for the cover, gets 2 count. Big Show able to kick out. Another running drop kick to the midsection of the Big Show.
And we've got the
And Crazy now just punching away. Nothing fancy, but it's definitely something to get some well-needed damage to the big man called the Big Show. Crazy again trying to lift the Big Show up. Definitely being determined.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud,
However, so far it's not really paying off for Super Crazy.
your career for a single match.
Look, Cole, this ain't ballet. You gotta go in there every single match and be willing to do whatever it takes. You'd know that if you actually step in between the ropes.
I don't have to have been in a match to realize that jeopardizing my future for the sake of one match is incredibly short-sighted.
Cole, I swear, I'm gonna replace you with someone.
Super Crazy now walking over the... Big Show walking over the back of Super Crazy. Definitely looking damaging.
He knows what it's like the rest of the match.
Super Crazy had some good momentum going for him.
Man, I'm telling you,
Big Show was able to stop that, but it seems like Super Crazy is already recovering.
I don't think you need in-ring experience to feel the submission hold locked in. We may
Submission
see a
on Big
tap
Show.
right here.
However, too close to the ropes, not able to get anything out of that.
this will take a lot of fight out of him.
Another sunset flip.
This could be it. Come on.
And another 2 count for Super Crazy. Not able to put the Big Show away just yet. Another sunset flip, this time into the ropes.
I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars. Oh, God.
Very unfortunate hit to the referee.
Anything goes now.
Unfortunately, you're right, Taz. There's no one to enforce the rules until the ref revives.
Super Crazy now going for yet another submission on the Big Show, this time in the middle of the ring. Big Show able to escape, but even if he was gonna tap, there was no referee to see it.
He was one step ahead. Adrenaline is moving. The crowd
Big
is
neck
coming
breaker
alive.
by the Big
This
Show.
is what they came to see.
Hey Cole, you know what? Try to
Super
restrain
Crazy could be in
yourself a little bit,
danger
okay?
right now.
You're supposed to be calling this bad boy right down the middle.
We've seen Big Show get quite a few knockout victories over both Super Crazy and Psychosis, which is not surprising. The amount of force that the Big Show can put behind a punch and put behind every single move he does. Super Crazy still trying to lift up the Big Show, still not going as planned.
Developing a selective memory in your old age, partner.
This has been a great match so far. I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make it?
Super Crazy with a flurry of offense, able to bring the Big Show down. Now going for a big moonsault. However, Big Show able to get out of the way.
Customers happy while you build some momentum, Taz.
Could have been a potential match ender. However, Crazy unable to hit the moonsault. He does a very beautiful moonsault. Rolled up for yet another cover. Only a 2 count. Sunset flip, but again close to the ropes. The ropes might be Super Crazy's biggest enemy in this match so far.
Well, what do you expect? They've been beating the hell out of each other all match.
Huge back suplex from Super Crazy. Finally, it's the Big Show. And the Big Show seems furious about it. Going straight on the offense.
We are seeing an incredible display of athletic ability here tonight.
What do you expect, Cole? He's a WWE superstar.
Again, another slingshot into the bottom rope by Super Crazy. Big Show seems out. Just about able to move out of the way. Super Crazy barely able to hit that moonsault. Going for the cover here, but did the move hit good enough? Apparently it did. Big Show is down for the count, and Super Crazy gets the 3 count over the Big Show here in the second match at Velocity. One more Velocity match to go, which is gonna be Chavo taking on Vito before we move on to the main show. They're on Smackdown. Chavo riding a lot of momentum, becoming the new Cruiserweight champion. Vito definitely looking to make his mark in that Cruiserweight division as well. If Vito can get a clean victory over the champion, he's going to be bound a future championship shot, of course. Chavo here, going to try to stop Vito from ever making it that far. Chavo definitely starting off strong with some striking offense.
Even if you end up winning a match like this, you're gonna be feeling it for the next week.
Yes, but that's the case if you lose as well.
Nice hip toss, and now just punching away at Vito.
Is that much worse?
Emotional? What the hell are you talking about?
Man, this crowd really swelling this guy's head. There's no doubt that these fans love him, Taz. And he's
Chavo showing off his Lucha Libre background. Vito with a very unsatisfying reversal. Now gaining the control of the match and just kicking Chavo down. Vito not about the fancy moves. Vito not about putting on a show. Vito is all about just beating up his opponents. Another big DDT by Chavo. Chavo already climbing the top rope, going for a big frog splash courtesy of his uncle Eddie Guerrero. However, rope underneath, foot underneath the bottom rope, meaning a rope break. Chavo unable to win the match at this point.
Come on, ref. That should have been a disqualification right there.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, Cole, but it's not. It's not a disqualification. Yeah, not for nothing. This Vito's a bona fide monster. He'll tear you limb from limb just as soon as you look at him.
You might be alone on that one, Taz. I don't think Vito enjoys much support from these fans here tonight.
Chavo now with a very simple but effective submission. Stretching the arms backward, foot on the lower back, definitely destroying the shoulder blades. Like I said, Vito doesn't care about fancy moves, but it seems like Chavo is definitely countering that by just bringing the fight to Vito as well. Chavo definitely not looking forward to a loss here tonight. Another frog splash. Chavo going for the cover. And the 3 count is official. Chavo victorious in our Velocity main event, you could call it. Now it's time to move on to the main show over on Smackdown.
Well, that's a 3 count. That certainly was a decisive victory.
And for Smackdown, our opening match is going to be a similar match to what we just saw before. The tag partners of Super Crazy and Big Show, Kane and Psychosis going one-on-one against each other. Now with Super Crazy being victorious over Big Show, if Psychosis can get the victory here against Kane, you would assume that they are straight back in line for a tag team title shot. Of course, Big Show and Kane were victorious against the Mexicals in that inaugural tag team title match at Judgment Day. Super Crazy seem to have bounced back quite well. If Psychosis is going to be able to do the same.
Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience, trust me, you can cut this tension.
Wow, big uppercut by Kane. Psychosis just going for repeated strikes and kicks to Kane. Didn't seem to phase him. One uppercut and Psychosis is down. And Kane now just towering over the much smaller guy.
It's a whole different level of intensity.
I'll have to take your word for it, Taz. I honestly
Psychosis trying to lift Kane up. Kane struggling to make sure Psychosis is not going to be successful.
Man, this match is so good. It's even worth sitting next to you to watch it, Cole.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Taz. You know, you're not always my number one choice for a podcast partner.
You know what you should do, girl fans? You should team up with Jerry Lawler. It could be the king and queen on commentary.
Real fun.
This is never, ever going to work.
Psychosis is still struggling here against Kane.
You're right, Taz.
Such a thing as playing to the crowd.
Nice kick combination, and Kane is finally on his back in this match.
And now we see it paying off.
Psychosis trying everything he has to make sure Kane stays down. Is not successful.
I know we got his brother, the Undertaker, on Smackdown, but
however, quick to get Kane back to the ground. Psychosis seems to be in somewhat of control now. Big kick strikes the Big Red Machine down. Psychosis now climbing to the top rope, try to go for a leg drop, however Kane able to get out of the way.
We've seen this before, Taz. He's been wrestling his style of match, and he's coming up on a big payoff.
When you are as big and strong as Kane, you don't need anything fancy to strike your opponents down. Kane, however, does have a very impressive moveset, but he doesn't really seem to be willing to tap into it against someone significantly smaller like Psychosis, trying to keep things a little bit more simple. However, Psychosis is able to fight back quite well, so maybe we're gonna see something fancy out of Kane to revert the momentum in his favor. Reversal by Kane.
Like they're slowing the pace.
Psychosis again struggling to bring the big man down.
Come on, you just can't keep going non-stop. That's a
Big scoop slam by Kane. Psychosis flat on his back right now, however, quick reversal. Psychosis ready to get back into things.
Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
You really gotta watch it. He reversed it.
Okay, now showing off his strength. Completely dominating Psychosis. Psychosis trying to fight back. Able to break free.
These are WWE superstars for crying out loud. They're the greatest athletes in the world.
True enough, Taz. There's no off-season for them, but there's no month or two off. But the adrenaline is pumping. The crowd is coming alive. This is what they came to see.
Big two-handed choke slam. And again, nothing fancy about Kane's offense here tonight. Stalking Psychosis. Punch to the gut. Back control by Psychosis, now going for the cover. Gets the 1, the 2. Kane able to kick out just before the 3. Psychosis now going for, is that an inverted figure 4? That's a move you don't see quite often, but it's in Psychosis' repertoire. Dealing some damage to the base of Kane.
And there's the counter, Cole.
Going for yet another submission. Foot underneath the rope. Psychosis is gonna hold on just a little bit longer, however. Up to the 2 count. Clothesline connects. Psychosis just launched himself at Kane, but Kane did not seem phased at all. Big back suplex, however, to bring Kane down.
And even if you can't make your opponent tap out, this will take a lot of fight out of him. You know, instead of showboating to the fans,
a little bit too much air for Psychosis on that leg drop. Gotta give it another go. This time connects. Now going for the cover on Kane. 2.5 for Psychosis, but that's not enough to be victorious.
Man, I can't tell you how impressed I am with what I've seen here tonight so far.
How could you not be impressed, Taz? These are some of the greatest superstars in the world doing what they do.
Psychosis trying to lift up Kane again. This time Kane struggling, not getting suplexed by Psychosis again.
I know exactly what you mean. These superstars.
Oh, and out of nowhere, Kane grabbing the throat of Psychosis, going for the choke slam. Lands him down, now going for the cover. Is Psychosis going to be able to kick out? And he's not. Kane with a very sudden victory over Psychosis here. Kane, of course, a very dangerous competitor. And right now,
that was a decisive victory for him. The future
building up more momentum after
here's your winner,
Kane! Definitely in a good spot at this point. Next up, we will have Rob Van Damme taking on Johnny Nitro. Rob Van Damme looking to further build his momentum after a victory over Booker T at Judgment Day. Johnny Nitro had a victory over The Undertaker, which was quite sudden, very unexpected. Now, which of these two will be able to further build their momentum? Two very athletic men.
We've seen this before.
Both of them in the heavyweight division.
And take every advantage he can.
You know, that's not gonna make you popular, but you gotta do whatever it takes to win.
Nitro starting off quite well. Van Damme now with the reversal. He's not just gonna get himself
Watching
beat
these superstars go at it reminds me
as
why I prefer to
Nitro
stay
in a
on this
headlock.
side of the announce table.
Oh, come on, Paul. No, you should let me train you. You could be cruiserweight champ in like a year.
Punch in the midsection, followed by a backflip into a back suplex. That is, of course, the athleticism I was talking about. However, more impressive is this handstand splash combination. A very high kick from Rob Van Damme. Like I said, two very athletic people. And we just saw some of the amazing athletic ability that Rob Van Damme possesses. Nitro now taunting and Rob Van Damme, who's down on the floor. Big backflip. Nitro showing some of his athleticism as well.
I don't think he's going to win any fans over with that.
It ain't about winning over the fans, though, Cole. He's letting everyone know that he don't.
Taunting some more, letting everyone know that he is in control of this match right now.
I think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing move, this one is over.
That ain't necessarily the case, Cole. Just be. I love it. Talk about rubbing your opponent's
Another
face.
backflip.
Yes, but this might not be the smartest course of action. This match is far from over.
Oh, whoa, look out!
Big super kick by Johnny Nitro. Completely out of nowhere, and now going for that spinning leg drop. And Rob Van Damme seems out cold, going for the cover now. And that's a 3 count for Johnny Nitro. Very impressive victory over Rob Van Damme here tonight, as he's continue to build momentum going upwards.
Well, that's a free count. That certainly was.
Strong victory for Johnny Nitro here tonight over Rob Van Damme. So we are going to move on to our third match. I do want to state that the promos that we had for tonight was an interview for Bobby Lashley, as of course this is his hometown. And we have some merchandise promotion to make sure we make some extra cash over the next couple of weeks. It's 10 weeks away before we have to renew all our contracts. However, there are quite a few contracts that are on 10 weeks period. Next up we have Rey Mysterio versus Booker T. Both of them looking to gain a victory after losing their matches at Judgment Day. Booker T lost to Rob Van Damme. Rey Mysterio lost his US title match against Bobby Lashley in the last man standing match. Booker T, of course, with a strength and weight advantage here against Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio definitely having a speed advantage. However, is a strength advantage going to work for a guy like Booker T, who is mainly right about technical capabilities and also the fact that he's quite fast moving for a heavyweight?
This is supposed to be a wrestling match, not a athletic contest.
We've seen this before, Taz. He's been wrestling his style of match, and he's coming up on a big payoff. Booker T has accomplished so much in his career. The Intercontinental title, the United States title.
Booker T with a reversal, however not able to stay in control for very long.
Yeah, but you know what?
This is exactly what I was afraid of
He's never won. You know, there is
for Booker T here.
a little too much, and that's exactly what I've seen. That's not where you want to be when you fight
First
this
attempt at
guy.
619.
619.
Booker T hanging in the ropes. The Tiger feint kick to kick Booker T away, and now of course finishing off the 619 combination with the Hurricane Rana into the cover. Booker T able to kick out after 2.
He dodged that bullet. You know, instead of showboating to the fans, maybe you should really keep your head to this match.
Come on, Taz. You're looking at a superstar who can beat up the crowd and use that energy to win the match.
Watch it. He reversed it. Man, you just can't put anything over on these fans.
You sure can. They see everything, and they'll let you know about it.
It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like
Booker T back in control. Headlock into a bit of an arm drag. However, not able to continue the offense here against Rey. Rey going for a second 619 here. Booker T once again trapped in the ropes. Unable to reverse. The ever so favorite combination. Only a 2 count.
You just don't see action like,
Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
you really got to watch out for your opponent when they're getting fired up like this.
The adrenaline is pumping. The crowd is
Big reversal of Booker T as Rey was going for Hurricane Rana. Booker T now just powerbombed him down to the floor. And now Booker kicking away the likes of Rey Mysterio, trying to make sure he no longer has that speed advantage.
reversal. When it comes
Booker
to
T
fan
making
favorites,
sure the control
there's no
stays his.
superstar more beloved by
Nice
the
headlock
WWE
takedown.
fans than Booker T.
Yeah, but I personally think Booker should spend a little bit less time, showboating and more time focused on winning matches.
How can you say that, Taz? In case you forgot,
Rey trying to lift up Booker T, however not working out well for him.
seems to me like his legacy is pretty well established.
You know what? That
Now a
was then,
punch
this
that
is now.
I think was targeted at the throat was a little bit hard to see.
Get to working on being a five-time.
Here it is, Taz. He's building. He made
Big Hurricane Rana, however, rope break. Another reversal of Booker T. Elbow strikes to the back of Rey Mysterio. Booker now staring at Rey Mysterio, lifting him up.
Sacrifice just about everything for your career. It has to be as important to you as anything else in your life.
Cole, what you gotta realize, to make it in the WWE, this is not a job.
This superstar is all fired up, and so is this capacity.
Big drop kick by Rey Mysterio, planting Booker T down, now going for yet another 619. Is third time indeed the charm? Rey Mysterio hitting the kick and gets a knockout victory over Booker T. Rey Mysterio bouncing back after his last man standing loss against Bobby Lashley.
Here's your winner, Rey Mysterio.
Next up is a United States title match. Bobby Lashley taking on The Undertaker. Bobby Lashley in front of his hometown crowd. Undertaker desperate for a championship at this point, after not having been in a championship match for a very long time. Undertaker was one of the 3 other challengers in that fatal 4-way match for the inaugural United States Championship. The other 2 were Rob Van Damme and Booker T. Lashley has been able to dominate every single person that stood in front of him, but none of them were as towering, strong, and legendary as The Undertaker. Undertaker already going for an old school.
Disagree. He's wrestled this match his way all along, and now we see it paying
And it's been a extremely long time since we saw a match where Bobby Lashley was the first person to hit the ground.
Watching these superstars go at it reminds me.
That's of course only half the work. Lashley now striking away at the Undertaker. Getting the Undertaker on the floor, taking out with a reversal. Lashley now with a reversal.
I've heard stories about the way you train people. You make Marine drill instructors look like pushovers.
And a huge German suplex to strike the Undertaker down.
Well, thanks but no thanks, partner. I think I'll
Followed up by a belly-to-belly suplex. And Lashley already showing why he is the dominant one.
That's not arrogance, that's confidence.
Two-handed bulldog.
It sounds like this capacity crowd.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
I just think it's unfortunate whenever a superstar decides to cheat to win rather than compete fair. What a deadly submission hold this is. We might see a tap out right here.
Lashley locking in a leg lock on the Undertaker.
To resist the submission hold.
And that means you gotta even.
He's setting up his opponent for the kill.
Lashley already going for the Dominator, striking the Undertaker down.
I don't think there's ever been a more dominant superstar in WWE than the legendary dead man, The Undertaker.
Lashley was staring at Undertaker, waiting for that spear, finally going for the spear, able to strike the Undertaker down, going for the cover. This has been a winning combination for so many matches. The Undertaker, however, able to kick out. No one has kicked out of the Dominator Spear combination. Lashley arguing with the referee, not gonna do a lot for him.
Conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play.
No doubt, Cole. There ain't no way you're gonna win a match if you're out of gas 2 minutes into it.
You can say that again. I've seen matches won and lost simply because one superstar was able to.
Lashley now just brawling with the Undertaker on the outside. Lashley throwing the Undertaker back into the ring.
Dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might end up risking your career for a. Check this out.
Lashley going for another Dominator. Gets a KO victory. Took a little bit longer than the other matches that Lashley has had over the last couple of weeks. However, yet another dominant victory for Bobby Lashley. Undertaker got out of the gates quite strong. However, Lashley
Here's your winner,
retains the US title.
Bobby Lashley.
No argument there, Taz. If your opponent can't continue the match, it's pretty obvious.
2 more matches to go for the first Smackdown of tonight. We, of course, have former world champion Batista taking on rival Triple H. And we're gonna see Randy Orton take on the man he knocked out to win the World Heavyweight Champion, Shawn Michaels. Batista starting off with striking offense here against Triple H.
I had this thing figured out, but now I got no idea how this is gonna end up.
Neither do I, Taz. But I think it's that unpredictability that makes it so exciting.
No doubt, Cole. I've seen
We haven't really heard a statement of Batista yet, but of course he can't be too pleased about losing the World Heavyweight Championship, especially since he wasn't the person to actually lose the match.
the best in the business, but in Triple H's case, I think he's right on.
Batista probably hoping to bounce back here against Triple H, who has been rivaling with for the past 9 weeks.
He might be the most hated superstar of all time.
Yeah, but don't kid yourself, Paul.
Yet another spear by Batista.
To see what the game has got on his mind and what the game is going to do to somebody. Let me tell you something, Triple H, he puts butts in the seats.
What a submission maneuver. familiar with this one, Taz.
Yeah, I've been on both sides of it, Cole. That's the truth. And let me tell you, it's better to give than receive. There's the reversal, Cole.
What a reversal.
Triple H finally trying to bounce back, striking away Batista in the corner. However, Batista breaking free. Reversal to Triple H.
Man, this match is so good. It's even
Just a
worth
very
sitting next to you to watch,
unfancy
Cole.
kick
Thanks a
to
lot,
the
Taz.
inside of the knee of
You're not always
Batista.
my #1 choice for a broadcast partner either.
You know what you should do, girl pants? You should team up with Jerry Lawler. It could be the king and queen on commentary.
Real funny, Taz.
Another reversal for Triple H.
Not having to work with a joker like you all the time. You talk about raw power. You talk about intensity. Have you ever seen a superstar like Batista?
Hey, there's no doubt he's a very impressive dude, no question. But let's not get too carried away here. It's not like he's the biggest and baddest.
Oh my God! Here it comes!
Triple H now going for the pedigree. A very dangerous position for Batista to
And the
be in.
crowd has come alive tonight with a chant directed at the superstars in the ring.
Yeah, and you can't let that break your focus. But that's easier said than done.
Is Batista's winning streak completely coming to an end? I mean, of course the streak is, but is the same person gone? It almost seems to be so.
But these superstars are really raising the bar here tonight.
They sure are, Taz. We're seeing some great...
Batista going for yet another submission. Triple H high up in the air.
And this could prove
The
to be a
arms
decisive
locked,
blow.
twisting backwards. Batista now punching away at Triple H.
Might not be such a good move in my opinion.
Oh, come on. You just can't keep going.
You know, there is such a thing as playing to the
Batista now going for a Batista bomb, it seems. Plans the game down and wins by knockout. Batista definitely trying to make sure that he gets back into contendership for the World Heavyweight Championship. Randy Orton better watches his back.
He just knocked his opponent out cold right there.
Here's your winner,
The dominant superstar.
Batista.
Now our main event, Randy Orton taking on Shawn Michaels. And now the story has been going that if it wasn't for a lot of the moves that Michaels already had taken, he never would have been knocked out by just an RKO. Orton here tonight to prove that he definitely is better than the showstopper Shawn Michaels, facing him off in one-on-one action, non-title match. Of course, both Michaels and Batista really desperate to gain a victory over Randy Orton at this point, showing that they can definitely be the next World Heavyweight Champion. Backdrop by Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels starting quite explosive.
But he better be careful that they don't burn out too quick.
I don't think there's much of a chance for that, Taz. I haven't seen any indication that Orton's going to stop.
I've been locked in this hole.
Michaels showing off some technical ability.
Imagine the amount of pain that this hole must inflict on any superstar.
Dropping Orton to the floor, rolling into a headlock. Very impressive technique by Shawn Michaels. Orton now punching Michaels away.
This has been a great match so far. I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved, Cole. But if you're gonna be snippy, he's tuning up the band.
And there he goes!
Michaels already
Chin music!
preparing for Sweet Chin Music. Strikes Orton down.
I think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing,
This could be
Very,
right here.
very quick Sweet Chin Music here against Randy
they don't
Orton.
get much closer than that.
However, Orton proving that he is a worthy world champion, kicking out at
I'll tell you,
2.9.
all the WWE superstars are legit tough guys, but these superstars are really raising the bar here tonight.
They sure are, Taz. We're seeing some great intensity here tonight.
And that's the name of the game, Cole. Intensity. You gotta stare at your opponent and
Michaels bringing everything to the table,
Superstars are well aware of that, Taz.
bringing
I think that's
technical
exactly
maneuvers,
what they've got in mind.
brawling away at Orton, showing athleticism. This could be a make or break moment for Michaels, and it definitely shows.
A couple of big things, but I still think that he's about 90% hype.
A couple of big things? You mean like becoming the youngest world heavyweight champion in history? Making a career of killing legends? Having one of the longest intercontinental title reigns of the last decade?
Look, that all sounds fine and well, real impressive on paper, but Evolution was backing him up on half of that stuff. All that happened on Raw. It didn't happen here on Smackdown. We got a little bit of a different level of competition. You know what I'm saying?
I don't entirely...
Ring is alive with the sound of music.
Sweet chin music!
Another sweet chin music, hit by Shawn Michaels, going for the cover. And Michaels with a clean pinfall victory over our new world champion. Michaels was quite desperate for a victory, and he absolutely delivered here tonight.
I don't think there's any question in anyone's mind who won that match,
Now the question is,
Here's
who
your
is
winner.
next in line?
The Heartbreak.
Does Michaels deserve a title opportunity for beating the champion? Does Batista deserve his rematch? We will find out. Oh, we're dealing with a minor injury. That's unfortunate. Lashley has a strained quadricep. Okay, that's yeah, it's unfortunate, but we can give him a rest week, and hopefully it's not going to be too long before he recovers. Molina's contract coming to an end on the Raw news. We got a new deal with Big Show, extended his contract for 5 weeks. Let's see, Edge was able to retain the WWE title. And Carlito has 5 losses in a row. All interesting facts. Let's see, we have an email. Minor injury, of course. 4 weeks. We can deal with 4 weeks. Crowd loves to see the hometown hero win a match. Well, Lashley did. Let's see what the results are. Let's watch Raw first. Nothing on Heat, and only 5 matches. Melina and Trish to win a women's tag match. Flair, Kennedy, and Virtual won a 3-on-2 against Hardy and Cena. Benjamin getting a victory. EABL defeated Carlito in a ladder match for absolutely nothing. And Edge won a ladder match against Big Foley. Okay, fair enough. What do we got? We get 3 2-star ratings for Velocity, which is absolutely fine by me. 2 stars for Kane vs. Psychosis as well. Nitro gaining 2.5. Hoping Nitro is slowly going to become a lot more popular. Good plans for him. 3 stars for Mysterio vs. Booker, 3.5 for the US title match, and of course 2 4-star matches for our main rival. And this is a good thing, because normally after a pay-per-view, you'll see that you drop a lot of people. Like we saw that the Raw as well. After their pay-per-view, they had like a spike in the middle of the week, which was the pay-per-view. And before the next week ended, they already dropped a couple, which was at our point where we started building momentum to really gain fans back until we overtook them just before the pay-per-view. It's hard to see, but we just beat them by like 10,000 right before the pay-per-view. Then we spiked up after the pay-per-view, but we didn't drop the pay-per-view fans, which is a good thing. Financially, we're doing quite solid. We lost a little bit, but we also spent 800,000, nearly 800,000 on contracts. So that's a good thing as well. Oh wow, Lashley all the way to the top as the US champion. Very impressive. Very impressive indeed. Batista dropped to 2. Orton is now on 3 as we kind of dominate the top 5 here. Oh. Kurt Angle on 4. Edge and Lita on 5. Alright, the Power 25 is still quite red, but I am glad that we are dominating the top 5. That's a good thing. Lashley went from 2 to 1. Orton from 4 to 3. Basically, these 4 just swapped spots. Nitro is climbing. Kane and Big Show are climbing. They won the tag titles after all, so that's no surprise. Okay. Shawn slowly making it to the top 10 as well. Let's see about the roster. Batista's back on 90. That's good. Four weeks minor injury. Let's see what this is all about. Psychosis want to win a match. Van Damme wants a title shot. Well, that ain't gonna happen very soon. Trips wants to win a match. Okay. So let's see. Are we just gonna hold the title rematch right now? Stick is very sensitive, so if it's moving fast, it's not my intention. How are the rivalries doing anyway? Okay, this one has officially stopped. I might not gonna do a lot with Velocity this week. Wanna have a few bigger matches. Let's see. Should we do this? Kind of feel like I don't want to hurry into the rematch too soon. Just quickly gonna open the roster that I have over here. We're just gonna make sure our top draws are winning their matches. So might do a little sneaky victory with Nitro right in the middle. Let's see, just gonna cross people off on the list that I have here. Right in front of me. Orton taking on Rey Mysterio. We had Batista taking on Undertaker. Michael's taking on Nitro. Let's see. Rob Van Damme is 72. Booker T is 69. And we're gonna give Rob Van Damme to Triple H. Then then Booker T will face Bobby. I mean, I really shouldn't. No, I'm not gonna put Lashley in a match. We're not gonna do that. Then what are we gonna do? I'm just gonna put Booker against Michaels. So we can give Nitro a victory as well. And Nitro is just gonna have a match against Kane, because why not? Lashley is gonna be in a promo. I am gonna give people one title match tonight. Then on Velocity, Super Crazy won his match last week. Gonna have two matches on Velocity. One of them is gonna be a triple threat. Just gonna be between the remaining tag people. We're gonna have a one-on-one between Helms and Vito. I think that'll do just fine. We are gonna do another merchandise sponsorship, and we're gonna give an inactive superstar promo for Bobby Lashley, and I think that should be quite alright. Do we have anything else we can do? I know this does allow a superstar to actually rest. So yeah. Inactive superstar for Lashley. Then I think we have a decent show going. Let's get it started. Helms versus Vito. Quite honestly, both can use a win, so I'm just gonna simulate this. Helms with the victory. Psychosis really wanted to win a match. I can always deal with that next week as well. Big Show to win. Doesn't really surprise me. Alright, this one I am a little bit more invested in because I don't want Shava to lose at this point. Shava versus Super Crazy, the kick of Smackdown. It is a shame about Lashley's injury, but he'll bounce back. He's been going extremely strong. The one thing I'm hoping is that it doesn't kick him off the number one spot in about 25.
Man, you talk about superstars who ain't got announcing without.
It probably will, because I do plan on having Batista and Orton win. As long as he stays top 3, I'm content.
Look, Cole, this ain't ballet.
Shava in the meantime defending the Cruiserweight Championship here against Super Crazy. Crazy with a strong victory over Big Show last week.
Yeah, well, tell you what, one mistake that wouldn't see that fire go out front.
Yeah, the Big Fist stage really is nostalgic.
Going hard all match. They sure have. And that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play. No doubt, Cole. Ain't no way
Shava
you
with
win a
strong
match
showings
like
early
this.
on.
2 minutes into it. You can say that again. I've seen matches won and
Nice enziguri.
lost simply because one superstar was able to outlast their great reversal. Well, looks like they're slowing their pace down a little bit. He's going for the pin. This could be it.
Just a simple roll up.
That was Watch it. He reversed it.
Reversal is super crazy. Into a nice little neck breaker.
You just don't see action like this every day.
Probably the opener that super crazy needed.
Best seats in the house.
No doubt, front and center. We couldn't be any closer to this match without being in it.
Whoa, that's your territory, partner, not mine.
Crazy now just staring at Chavo.
Right where I am. I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars.
Rope assisted knee drop on super crazy. Chavo back in control.
This has all the makings of a nice long feud.
I don't know how nice.
Chavo now going for the surfboard stretch into the rope break. Chavo quick on the release, as quick as possible at least. Now Boston grab again into the ropes.
He's going straight for the submission.
And this could prove to be a decisive moment in this match.
Simple but effective power slam. Chavo now climbing the ropes, going for the frog splash. An homage to his uncle. And Chavo with a 3 count to retain the Cruiserweight Championship.
That was a decisive victory for him. The future's looking bright for that man. Right there.
Here's your winner, Chavo Guerrero.
A pretty strong man.
Just to let people in on a little secret, one thing I do really hope to achieve in like general manager mode is to do something that you'd never seen in WWE. So up until WrestleMania, we do have a lot of time to build something up really good, and just make it something completely unique that you'll never see in real life WWE. Something like perhaps a world title match between Johnny Nitro and Chavo Guerrero, just because both of them are massively over. Those are the things I really like about the GM mode, especially since in GM mode you actually have to build it up.
Nice quick count.
Unlike in universe mode that you have in the current games, where you can just do whatever the hell you want.
You know, Cole, I'd ask you who you were pulling for in this match. I think it's pretty obvious since the beginning who you're rooting for. Oh, geez, pandering to the crowd.
Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers
Now I am pushing both Nitro and Chavo, not saying that is going to be my dream WrestleMania match, but something along the lines.
It's been said before, but that doesn't make it any less true. Kane is pure evil to the core. This monster doesn't care about anyone or anything.
And you say that like it's a bad thing.
Nitro punching away at Kane. Kane has been dealing with quite a bit of cruiserweights, and Nitro, of course a little bit heavier, a little bit stronger, able to take Kane more to his limits than Super Crazy and Psychosis probably have been able to do. Kane now fighting a completely different battle than he has over the past weeks.
He's building up a head of steam, and he's about to let his opponent have it.
I'll tell you what, if his opponent's got a brain in his head, he'll get
Big superplex by Nitro, both men are down in the middle of the ring.
I gotta tell you, Cole, I thought I had this thing figured out. But now
Reversal
I
by
got
Kane.
no idea how this is gonna end up.
Neither do I,
Kane
Jack.
always crazily staring at his opponents across the ring.
No doubt, Cole. I've seen
Always a little bit of a
superstars get
disturbing
huge
sight, but
advantage
Nitro
over their
doesn't really
opponents
seem to be
and still
phased.
lose the match because they got sloppy.
Anything can happen in WWE. An entire match can turn on one or two big moves.
And that's why you can't take your eyes off the action for 1 second. You never know when
Kane with a
something huge is
reversal.
gonna go down. I love
Nitro
it.
kinda waiting for Kane to attack him.
Yes, but this might not be the smartest course. He's winding up.
Super kick.
Away from the
Anyone
ropes.
down a peg or three.
Kane gets the super kick from Nitro. Nitro now going for that spinning leg drop.
Yeah, and you can't let that break your focus. But that's easier said than done.
Nitro going for the cover on Kane here. Only gets a 2 count. Kane, of course, always a very, very resilient fighter. And even a quite strong combination like the super kick leg drop by Nitro is not enough to put the big red machine down. Big backdrop by Nitro.
If it was that bad, the ref would have DQ'd him, right?
Reversal by Kane. And Kane again just staring. Kane doesn't really seem to be interested in actually attacking Nitro for some reason. Reversal by Kane.
What the hell are you talking about?
Well, I've been in the locker room after a match and seen the superstars who don't get their hands raised. You can literally feel the disappointment radiating off them. It's not a pretty sight.
When you see this level, oh, look out!
Another super kick by Nitro.
He saw that one coming.
Going for the cover on Kane. Is the second super kick gonna be enough to put Kane away? And Kane will get another kick out. Kane has been exceptionally strange in this matchup. Kane finally going after Nitro, which for some reason seemed to have been a very low priority for Kane at this point. Big power slam by Kane. Kane finally bringing the fight to Nitro.
And now we see it paying off.
Although I think Nitro would have just preferred if Kane would stay flat on his shoulders for the 3 count. Kane finally trying to fight back, but is it too late? Kane now with a double choke slam to Nitro. Just throwing him a few feet through the air.
Man, I'm telling you, from my in-ring experience, trust me, you could cut this tension with a knife. I don't think you need in-ring experience to feel the
Nitro going for another leg drop.
superstars, Taz. I don't think anything could be more obvious. Spoken like a guy who's never been in there, Cole.
Going for yet another cover. We've seen 2 super kicks and 2 leg drops. And finally, enough damage has been done to Kane to actually put him away for the 3 count. Very strange behavior by Kane, and not the usual kind of Kane strange.
What a match! And I don't think that
But Nitro finally victorious.
Here's your winner, Johnny Nitro.
Next up, Triple H versus Rob Van Damme. Both men in this match are looking for a momentum change. Looking for one match to shift into their favor and finally get on the winning side of things again. Triple H starting off strong with a running knee strike to Rob Van Damme. Van Damme with a quick reversal trying to control Triple H. Nice float over DDT by Rob Van Damme. Van Damme once again showing his athleticism, which never fails to amaze the fans. Van Damme staying in control here against Triple H. Backflip into the back suplex, and Triple H is once again down on the floor.
That's a good way to wear yourself out and make a critical mistake.
No, but you can't give the opponent any
Triple H with a reversal, spear into just a couple of punches to the head. Of course, Triple H is never really about a whole lot of fancy stuff.
That could have a disastrous
just brawling until the opponent can no longer brawl any further. Time for a rope assisted knee strike. Extra hide.
A textbook reversal. Can he follow up?
Another reversal to Rob Van Damme. Triple H now brawling away from Rob Van Damme.
And I'm glad to see it. A WWE match. Look at this, Cole. He's going.
Triple H with a quick pedigree. Tried this on Batista last week. It did not really go to plan. Going for the cover now. Rob Van Damme. Is going to be enough. Or is Rob Van Damme able to kick out? Not enough damage done to Rob Van Damme just yet. Triple H arguing with the referee.
A lot of guys call themselves the best in the business, but in Triple H's case, I think he's right on. Man, I'll tell you, I'd love to have him on Smackdown.
You gotta be kidding me, Taz. Triple H has systematically destroyed the Raw roster. He might be the most hated superstar of all time.
Yeah, but, oh man, these WWE fans, they know what's
Triple H going for a second pedigree.
That's gotta be it.
Seeming quite desperate to end this match as soon as possible.
He could pin his opponent right here.
Which against a resilient Rob Van Damme isn't really a bad tactic, and it obviously paid off as Triple H gets the 3 count and is finally back in the winning columns.
I'm kind of surprised he got that pin, Cole. I thought this guy was going to kick out for sure.
Here's your winner, Triple.
What does it do for the headspace of guys like Triple H and Shawn Michaels who have been in the main event or the second to last match for weeks on end because they are such big draws, legendary wrestlers? They now have kind of been demoted towards the mid-card just because they haven't really pulled off a lot of victories. Probably a big drive for both Triple H and Shawn Michaels here tonight to actually win their matches and become World Championship contenders again. Especially for Michaels, who defeated the World Championship last week. Management at this point still unsure if it should be Batista in his rematch for the World Heavyweight Championship or Michaels after an upset victory over Randy Orton. Michaels never trying to show that it's definitely him that should be in consideration for the world title match. Booker with a reversal. Michaels with a reversal of his own.
If Booker T wants to impress me, he should get to working on being a five-time WWE champion.
What a jerk. How about a little less posing and a little more action?
Pump the brakes, girl pants. There's nothing wrong with getting inside
Repeated
your
punches to the
opponent's
face of Booker. And Booker T is down.
counter, Cole.
It sounds like this capacity crowd has something on their minds, Taz.
Yeah, and thousands of paying customers can't be wrong. It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, anytime
Big form smash from Michaels. Followed up by a kick up. Booker T quick to rise up back to his feet as well, but Michaels making sure that Booker T is staying down. Michaels staying in control. Missile drop kick to plant Booker T down.
Hey Cole, you know what? Try to restrain. He's tuning up the band.
And there he goes.
Michaels now tuning up the band. Going for the sweet chin music. Booker T walking straight into the sweet chin music. Michaels now going for the cover. Gets the 1, gets the 2. Booker able to kick out at 2.5. Michaels complaining to the referee, obviously disagreeing with the speed of the counting. That's the second sweet chin music.
Sweet chin music! Almost as painful as Taz's singing.
Oh man, I can't believe that.
And a 2.9. 2.9 for Michaels, and Michaels once again arguing with the referee. And now Michaels getting lifted up to the shoulders and planted down the Booker.
Realize that you're in trouble. You might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Look, Paul, this ain't ballet. You gotta go in there every single match and be willing to do whatever it takes. You'd know that if
Build up for Shawn Michaels.
I don't have to have been in a match to realize that jeopardizing my future for the sake of one match is incredibly short-sighted.
Cole, I swear, I'm gonna replace you with someone who actually knows what they're talking about. Maybe Khalid. He might be a little tough on his.
I think he's got a song he wants to play for his
Michaels
opponent.
setting up for a third sweet chin music. And it connects. Booker T is busted open and the ref has no other choice than to call for the knockout. And Shawn Michaels victorious in this match here tonight. Very strong showing from Booker T, being able to kick out after two sweet chin musics.
And there's no doubt in anyone's mind who won that one.
Here's your winner, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Booker T did show off his resiliency, but it just wasn't enough to survive the third super kick. Or sweet chin music, I should say. Michaels with a knockout victory. As we're going to move on to Batista versus Undertaker. Of course, last week, The Undertaker made for a small injury in Bobby Lashley's arm after the old school. Batista has been just as dominant of a champion up until Judgment Day. Perhaps Undertaker is going to be able to send another person home to nurture the wounds. Or is Batista going to show off why he should be back in the world title picture, why he should go for the title that he never lost in that fatal 4-way, by showing that he is indeed Dominator, more dominant than the Fiend. Dominator, he is more Dominator, and that's English. Batista with some strong offense.
We've seen this before,
Power
Taz.
slam by Batista.
He's been wrestling his style of match, and he's coming up on a big payoff.
Batista, of course, after every single week showing his explosive nature, and tonight is not different.
Watch out for your opponent when they get fired up like this.
Batista already going for the Batista bomb.
He's got this crowd solid.
Here's the pin. This could be
Undertaker is resilient man though. Is this gonna be enough?
Kicked out just in the nick of time.
2.9. Batista is getting a little bit annoyed, probably still frustrated over his championship loss, despite never actually losing the belt. Another shoulder tackle.
I'll tell you what, man, this one's just turned into a fight. We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical.
Undertaker just about able to sidestep Batista on that running offense.
That's an understatement. You've been in hundreds
Batista with a
of matches in
headlock
your career.
to the dead man.
Hundreds more. We usually have a pretty good idea of what to expect.
And it's the spear.
I guess it just goes to show you, Cole, like they say, anything can happen here in WWE.
This capacity crowd is on its feet.
Batista going for a second Batista bomb.
Here comes Batista bomb. That'll break every bone in your body, Cole. You know, instead of showboat to the fans, maybe
Gets
you
the
should really
two.
keep your hand to this
And the
match.
3 count. Batista with a very dominating victory once more.
It looks like there just wasn't enough left in the tank to kick out a pin.
That's a tough loss for sure.
Here's your winner,
Whatever it takes when you don't
Batista.
Not having what it takes.
And now it's main event time. Randy Orton, our current world champion, taking on the biggest little man in the world of wrestling, Rey Mysterio. Mysterio keeps finding himself in high-profile matches, but just about able to really pull off a victory. Especially against champions. Randy Orton, of course, won the world title at Judgment Day, the first Smackdown after he lost a singles match to the guy he knocked out for that belt. So Orton, desperate to show the world that his Judgment Day victory was not a fluke and that he is indeed your World Heavyweight Champion.
The superstar is all fired up, and so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah, well, tell you what, instead of showboat to the fans, maybe you should really keep your head to this match.
Come on,
Spiking
Taz.
DDT
You're looking at a
off
superstar who can
the
feed
top
off the
rope
crowd
to Rey
and use
Mysterio.
that energy to win the match.
Schoolboy Randy Orton trying to get a quick victory. That's the one, the two. Rey, however, able to get out of that schoolboy position.
Watch it, he reversed it.
Rey with a reversal.
Rey Mysterio, he's 3 seconds away from a win.
Very quick roll up of Rey Mysterio, only getting the 2 count here against Randy Orton.
That the legend killer Randy Orton had a pretty impressive career so far, Paul.
But talk about adding insult to injury.
Orton now taunting Rey Mysterio.
You better worry more about the injury and less about the insult until this match is over. There's not a superstar in the locker room who can afford to ignore these fans, Cole.
Right about that. Without the fans, we'd all
It's
be
the
out
drop
of
kick to Rey. Now kicks away at Rey Mysterio, who was trapped, seated in the corner.
No doubt about it, an amazing athlete. Wow, now that one's not the rule book, but you know what they say, it's not a crime if you don't get caught.
I don't believe it. How could the referee have missed that?
There's the reversal, Cole. You look like a real jerk when somebody counted you like that.
Rey Mysterio now trying to get some offense in.
Look at him go! Wow!
And an RKO. Sudden and out of nowhere.
He's going for the pin. This could be it.
And a 3 count for Randy Orton. Quick victory over Rey Mysterio. With an RKO. Straight out of nowhere. Impressive victory for a world champion.
You know, I don't know if everybody's going to be happy with the decision, but it's pretty clear who won that one.
It's hard to argue the referee's call. The ref counted the pin, and that's that.
And that's another Smackdown in the books, and let you see how the ratings are doing. Fan change to Smackdown. 110,000. That seems a bit excessive. Not that I complain. Anyway, the news. Chavo defending his title. Will there be a rematch? Probably not. Mickey James can't get a victory. 5 losses in a row. The main event was exhilarating, apparently, for SmackDown. It's good. Sleeper match. Batista versus Undertaker, a sleeper match. Okay, that's cool. Mick Foley prevailed in a good showing. Good for Foley. Well, we don't really have empty match slots, except for Velocity. Don't think Raw's had a single match on Heat at all, so I think we're doing alright. Still nothing. Always the wonderful booking from the AI. A 1-on-3 handicap match. Just for the lols. Melina defeated Mickey James in a submission match. Kurt Angle won a tables match because they're just having a tables match. 6-man tornado tag with Foley, Flair, and Burchill defeating Cena, Carlito, and Kennedy. Burchill has been picking up victories quite secretly, which good for him. And Edge defeated JBL and Lita in a 1-on-2 handicap match, even though Edge and Lita are set as a tag team. So yeah, what do we have? We have 2-star velocity matches as per usual. 2-star for a Cruiserweight Championship match. 2.5 for Nitro versus Kane. The rest is filled with 3 stars and a 3.5. No 4-star matches. Doesn't surprise me. I haven't really put the most over people against each other. So, I'm quite satisfied. The gap getting bigger and bigger between SmackDown and Raw. Which I can be happy with. Wow, okay. Lashley remained at the top spot. Oh, sorry. Batista stayed on 2 and Orton stayed on 3. I'm actually really happy with that. Triple H and Michaels kicked out Edge and Lita. We now have 4 of the top 5 spots, so that's good. Rey is dropping, doesn't really surprise me. Nitro is climbing. Can you imagine a WWE world where Nitro is going to be rated higher than Cena? Kane and Big Show climbing. Van Damme's climbing. Booker's climbing. Don't really know why they lost their matches, but I'm not complaining. Matt and Tori Wilson new in the top 25. Alright, so our power 15 is looking a little bit dull, as our top 5 remains the same. Nitro coming up to spot number 6. And just a few switches down here. Oh wow, Psychosis has dropped super crazy. Let's see. That's really sad because that makes Super Crazy the only person not in the Power 15. Even though he easily could have been on that spot with him, I think. Or should have been on 15 with Vito above them. Oh well. Financially we're doing really well. 350,000 profit, and we're probably going to use that to renew a contract. Nitro is getting increasingly more expensive after all his wins, so before he gains even more, let's give him another 3 months. Psychosis is desperate for a win right now. What is his streak? Ooh, -5. Yeah, that ain't good. Rob Van Damme. I mean, you haven't been winning matches, Van Damme. How can I justify that? You're on a 4-match losing streak. We'll figure it out. And Taker wants a match win, because he's a -3. Okay. Batista and Orton both on 90. Lashley slowly getting to that as well. Let's see if we can make a new rivalry. Don't think that's gonna work. Nope. It's kind of gonna be similar to what we already did. Probably gonna get a heel turn in for Orton at some point. But hey, the Great American Bash. Let's go for it. I think this can work as well. Number one contender rivalry for the US title. Should have put Lashley in it. It's not really gonna be a contender now, does he? As champion. Yeah, we're gonna go with these two rivalries. I think we can work well with this. I think I'm gonna leave it at these two for now, because I don't want to be too stuck in the amount of matches that I can do. The game never really likes it if you skip a week not using the people against each other. You only have 2 promo slots, which you also need to do to gain cash and build up other things, so I'm not gonna get too many rivalries at this point. I think that's gonna be it for this week. Only done 2 weeks, but they've been 2 good weeks, so I'm very content with that. Let's just end with this because this is a nice site. Yeah, we will find out at some point who's going to be next in line for a World Heavyweight Championship match against Randy Orton. We are gonna patiently await the return of Bobby Lashley, as he's only working with a minor injury, but as a strong champion, I don't really want to risk him getting a big injury and being off TV. We're gonna find out who is going to become a United States contender once Van Damme, Undertaker, and Nitro are done with each other. And there will be plenty more to look forward to, as we have quite a good talent roster. Mainly, of course, are we going to be able to stay above Raw up until their pay-per-view? Because that would be pretty cool. Would be a good thing if we can build up a big enough fan base to make sure that even the pay-per-view gains are not going to be enough to overtake us. That'll be the dream. That'll be our goal. So, that's it for this week. We've had 2 nice shows. Of course, if you've watched all the way up until this point, then that must mean that I've done something right, and you can show that appreciation by hitting the like button down below. If you want to make sure you don't miss out on any future content, hit the subscribe button. If you really want to make sure you don't miss out any of our live streams, you can also hit the bell button so you get notified whenever we do go live or upload a new video. And of course, while you are here, make sure you check out more videos. We have a lot. We have Walking Dead final season playthrough. We have more wrestling in a playlist, which is going to end with this stream until a new stream comes up, of course. We will have a little extra stream tonight, and of course we are also streaming Among Us on Friday and Siege on Sundays. We have a very nice little schedule of all our streams, including all our socials on mmdgaming.tv, and we have some nice articles for you to read on mmdgaming.com. Links in the description, just to make everything easy for you. Thank you for watching, hopefully until next time, and goodbye.